Hey YouTubers, Stefan with Dutch Mob Vapes.com. So had our first post about a week ago, um, announcing the release of Dutch Mob Vapes website, the brand, all that good stuff. A lot of you have been asking, okay, well, great, you guys are a company now and offering products, and you guys can build mod boxes. So actually, this is our first one on an actual Dutch Mob Vapes box. And this one's a little more complicated, but I'm going to go ahead and start with it. This is our single battery SX350 Yeehee chip. Anyone who's finding us on YouTube has already probably seen a lot of the posts regarding the Yeehee SX350 chip. But it's kind of funny because that was actually the very first box mod that I built. So I ignored all of the basics and I went straight into a complicated build. But I kept this one pretty secret. Both of my son and my buddies who vape, and I built this one. I'll tell you, the Yeehee chip was pretty expensive, and for a guy who's never even built box mods at the time, anyway, it was a risk. I did some research and I thought, okay, it's pretty cool. But I went ahead and bought the chip along with some Hammond boxes. Again, you saw my original post. That's kind of what got me into this, was Hammond boxes. But so I did build my first build using the Hammond, and it's a small plastic box, single battery, using the Yeehee SX350. And I got to tell you, I was actually surprised that my first build using a chip was successful. And here it is, if you want to see it. Well, I got on 15 watts. That's what I was using for my wife. So actually, because it's on a tank, which is the Atlantis from Aspire, I typically run 20 watts. And actually, I kind of got ahead of the game here. You just watch me change the settings on the mod itself. Adjusted the watts all through motion, which is actually pretty cool. Like I said, the chip was not cheap, but it was my first build. And actually, it was kind of weird because when I built it, and this is, I don't know, about 6 months ago, when I first started getting into building boxes, for whatever reason, it started malfunctioning, and I thought it was the chip, and I thought it was my build. It turned out the button went bad, and so I kind of threw it aside and kind of thought I broke it or whatever. I switched the the button, and sure enough, it started firing up again. So so here we go. This is a 20 watt, running the Aspire Atlantis tank. I've also got, if you notice, kind of hard to, let's see if I can make that focus in. Probably not. Anyway, I do have the USB port, so you can charge this. This is not a magnetic covered box because you have a USB port, so there's no reason to remove the battery. Probably not going to show you the ugly guts inside because, again, this is my first build. But bottom line is it's functional. And the cool thing about it is you hit it 5 times and, oops. So it takes you to programming mode. And if you hold it to the side, you get to adjust. Actually, I went the wrong way because I'm looking at it through my phone. So where it land me? Okay, 50 watt, which is clearly too high for a tank. I just for shits and grins, I had another Atlantis on this box a few nights ago, and I knew the coil was on its last legs, so for fun I put it to 50 watts, hit that trigger, and smoked that coil on the cotton. It was instant. So for those of you who are looking at having a for those of you having regulated boxes, keep the wattage low on tanks. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, I run about 20 watts. So anyway, if you notice, I'm doing everything. It's all motion, which is pretty cool. And, you know, let's go ahead and do a cloud. It's you know, very low impact on the tank and the coil. You don't really feel a lot of the hit, which I think is good for daily, just normal, you know, vaping. You know, I've taken the wattage up in the past, and you know, with this tank and the way it's built, I think it runs, well, the screen's telling me it's 0.6 ohms. You can't run a lot of power at this thing, but I'll tell you what, from a sub-ohm tank, next to the Kanger, which we'll talk about in another video, this is a great tank, and you know, this I think puts orchids and K-funds to shame, because now this one we actually removed the ring, so I'm getting full airflow. Is it necessary? Yeah, probably not. I think the largest airflow is adequate with a 20 watt on a single battery, but anyway, you know, it works out. Flavor's good. You taste it. There's no burn. You know, it's I think by far probably my favorite build out of all the boxes I've done. Anyway, so we'll have more about this on our website, but here we go. Single battery Yeehee SX350 chip, with the Atlantis Aspire tank. One thing real quick before I leave you guys. This is the 50 watt chip that can be upgraded to the 60 watt, which I have not done. Having a little bit of a challenge getting that done. My computer sees the chip, it connects, but running the upgrade software, a little kludgy. Really not too impressed with that part of it, but you know what? I haven't had a reason for this box to hit over 50 watts. So with that being said, I really enjoy the Yeehee chip. So anyway, thanks guys.